Sorry for saying this, but the Washington Commanders have took a commanding lead in the NFC East. And Jayden Daniels is looking unstoppable, showing flashes of Prime RG3 back in the day. He seriously has been unbelievable, and he was making plays both on the ground with his feet and through the air all game long against the Cardinals. In this video, I want to do a film review on Daniels and also the Commanders as a whole to break down how they were able to be so dominant in this one and also how they can continue this dominance moving forward. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 40,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. Alright, so getting straight into things, I think this play right here shows and sums up everything about Jayden Daniels and how mature he is for his age and experience. This is shotgun formation with Robinson lined up to the right. He takes the snap and drops back in the pocket. He sees there is no pressure thanks to great blocking from the O-line, so he takes his time, surveys the field, doesn't panic, and once he initially sees there is nothing open, he rolls outside the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield, and ends up taking off, easily getting about 6 to 7 yards without taking a huge hit. Again, I know this play was not that crazy, but getting small gains like this on broken plays is something that good teams and good players do. Next up, in an empty set with 5 receivers out wide and 4 of them actually taking off, Noah Brown runs a streak, clearing the way for Scary Terry to run an out route, and he gets wide open. Nobody even close to him, so he is able to turn upfield with room to run and gets a near 20-yard gain. I know this play won't always work, but when you establish a deep threat, it on occasion opens up the opportunity. And chunk plays like this from short throws will wear down and frustrate a defense. Here is a fake sweep RPO, and this is what I would call threading a needle. Maybe that's a bit too big of words for this throw, but Daniels put it on the money to Noah Brown. I think whenever Daniels goes to hand it off, an opposing defense knows he can pull the ball back and take off himself. So knowing that opens up plays to be made for all the receivers. And then to follow that up, here's a pitch to Robinson. You immediately can see that most of the pressure is coming from the right side and he is going left. So tons of open field on the outside. Fantastic block by number 87, John Bates. He maybe gets away with a hold, but it was ticky-tacky, and nonetheless, the edge was sealed. And this was a pretty easy 15-yard gain. Next, this is a designed quarterback run. I love seeing Daniels show off that mobility, but I know a lot of people would prefer to see him be super careful because the last thing this franchise needs is an injury. But basically everyone is blocking, and it was up to Daniels to find a hole. And he does exactly that, surging his way forward to pick up the first down. Once again though, I know I keep praising him for this, but Daniels was patient. He didn't rush anything and just read the defense until something opened up. And the same thing here with guys on both sides of him in the backfield. He fakes 2 handoffs. The linebackers were not really fooled on this one, but Daniels took off left with a lineman on his tail. But he was able to get the sideline and outrun him, pushing the offense to about the 5-yard line. And then from there it's simple. Get the ball to Robinson and let the O-line do the rest. And Washington was easily able to punch in the touchdown. Here is some more shotgun. Another out route by Mclaurin, similar to the play I showed you earlier. This one really exposes the zone defense, and thanks to a dime from Daniels, Terry is able to toe tap his way to a first down. You couldn't have drawn this one up any better. And then to get back to the ground game, here is just your basic sweep. Maybe I am looking too much into it, but I feel like the defense was on their heels because of how on the previous play, Daniels kept it himself and took off. So Robinson had plenty of room and time to get around to the outside for the 5 to 6 yard gain before being wrestled out of bounds. Here's another quick throw. I was really impressed by this one because the Cardinals sent 7, creating a ton of pressure out front. And oftentimes, that can be a lot to handle for a rookie, leading to rush decisions. But that is not the case at all here. He gets rid of the ball while still moving backwards from the snap on a dime to Terry Mclaurin, who had a big gain. Moving on to the first play action set of the game, Daniels rolls out white. Zacchaeus acts like he's running a streak, but then hits the brakes, and by the time he is able to turn around, the ball is already at his chest. This route, the throw, it was all perfectly executed, in sync. I know I've been hyping up Daniels an insane amount, but he really is making veteran throws and has already developed great chemistry with his guys early into the young season. Back in the shotgun, here is some more RPO. I mean, look at this blocking. I have to give a big shout out to the offensive line because they were impressive all game long. But anyways, Daniels had the time to run around and look for somebody downfield. And once again, he didn't force a throw. Instead, he took the yards he could, and his elusiveness helped him avoid the big blow. And this play right here might have been the highlight of the day. Power formation originally looks like a handoff into play action, but the C's immediately parted and Daniels recognized it right away and took off up the middle. But he actually got wrapped up by the defensive lineman. It's crazy watching from these angles above how fast those big guys actually are. But he broke that tackle and took the ball upfield for a 5-yard gain. Okay, maybe it wasn't the play of the game, but those are game-changing moments, turning potential sacks into positive yardage. And then on the next play, McNichols took a sweep right and got the edge. A great block by 67, and he was gone down the sideline, tumbling his way into the end zone. This play was 100% made from good blocking. The O-line was phenomenal from start to finish. Alright, moving on from game film and getting into some of the final numbers from this one, Jayden Daniels had 233 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception, along with 47 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Brian Robinson rushed for just over 100 yards with a touchdown, and in the receiving game, Zacchaeus led the way with 85 yards off 6 receptions, and Terry Mclaurin was right behind with 52 yards and a touchdown. All around, so many people contributed to this dominating win. Here's what some of the guys had to say about their performance in the post-game interviews.
It feels good that we're able to execute the game plan, but we still got room to grow from there.
Does that feel kind of normal for you, considering how explosive everything was last year?
I guess you could say so, but I mean, for us, we still got room to grow. We're not a finished project at all.
You know, there's so many things for us, you know, after a win like this, we can get better at this and get better at this, and that's what we're going to go chase, Ben. Just the constant improvement, but. Like I said, big for us on a road trip, you know, to leave here with 2 wins. That was a big deal. A lot of sacrifice, a lot of effort to go into it. And then let's get back home and reset the whole thing and get rolling again.
Looking ahead, next week, the Commanders will take on a struggling Cleveland Browns team that is coming off a heartbreaking loss against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Browns do not seem to have an identity. The O-line has struggled and the defense has struggled. Washington and Daniels need to come out and set the tone right away. And if they do that, I don't see any reason why they can't win this game to move to 4-1, which is pretty crazy to say. That's really all I have for this one. Let me know in the comments below how you are feeling about Jayden Daniels and the Commanders after 4 games, and also how you expect them to finish the season. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed it and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.